sanitation and hygiene.
This stakeholders' engagement and launch of the agro-pastoral integration for peace and sustainable development opens here in Makurdi, Benue State's administrative capital.
Today marks a significant milestone in our collective journey towards building a more peaceful and resilient Benue State. And of course, I am deeply pleased to welcome each one of you representing vital sectors of government, community, and civil society to this engagement as we officially introduce GoGreen's lead role in the pastoral integration for peace and sustainable development project. And I'm sure that very soon we're going to be properly introduced into that project. This initiative is timely and critical. We are all too familiar with the persistent conflicts between farmers and herders, that these conflicts that have strained community relationships, disrupted livelihoods, and exacerbated poverty and insecurity. Now, through this project, we are working to shift the narrative by providing tools, knowledge, and platforms for farmers and pastoralists to coexist peacefully, increase productivity through sustainable practices, and build mutual trust and economic independence.
Sometimes, peace building and reconciliation engagements like this could start on a rough note, with key stakeholders outrightly blame trading. Thankfully, here, this was not the case, as the state government leads the engagement wholeheartedly, embracing the initiative.
I want to commend, on behalf of government, strongly this spring project that is capable of enhancing peace in Benue State. It's a laudable project. We welcome it, we embrace it. Can we clap for the organizers? It is our prayer that it does not follow the former way of doing things. This one will be different, and we achieve tangible results from this.
For us at VICD, we would like to say you're all welcome to this event. This event is a cross-sectional event, multi-sectoral activity that spans through peace building, agriculture, livestock management, climate change, and all that. So it is only right that all of us who are here today represent critical stakeholders in this particular project, funded by Spring, and Spring, which is a project under FCDO, and of course being implemented here by GoGreen and Tetra Tech. For us as a state government, this only signifies the impact of our advocacy, and this also signifies the impact of the resource mobilization that BICD is carrying out on behalf of government, and also shows clearly that His Excellency Governor Hyson Talia has very good intentions for the state and has opened up Benue State for business.
These teams which you build today can take you to direct funding tomorrow. So I will charge all of you as a team to continue in that bond. Don't look at money. Money will fail. It has failed, though. Your relevance will sell you beyond this world, even in the world to come. I know that heaven will also have chambers that are different from others. So make yourself relevant enough that you'll be sought after. For this particular project, I know that it will succeed only if you give us the opportunity to engage with you like we did before. So I want to thank you for this opportunity and remind you that, like I said, reiterate the statement that I will support GoGreen, not as DG, but as Josephine Haber, to ensure that Benue works, because Benue is my personal agenda. It's not about work. For me, the peace of Benue is my personal agenda. I worked, for those who don't even know, maybe I should say it today, I worked in trying to get the Peace Commission to Benue for 5 years of my life. I invested 5 solid years. And Frank Azu is sitting down there. There is nowhere we didn't go to before Peace Commission. I did not think in my mind, it was nowhere in my head that today I will be called DG. That's why even when they called me, I said, hey, it's a board member now, they can inaugurate me without being there. Then they gave me DG. So what I say to you today is, ensure that whatever you do has sincerity of purpose. Forget about our policies. Engage the community. Engage properly.
The way to go about it is to create a convergence table where we talk and agree on how best to live as human and how best to live in a peaceful society, community, and environment. Ladies and gentlemen, I will always pray that we all appreciate the place of peace and play our role as an individual, as a government, and as a people to creating that peaceful environment and community for ourselves.
Application of the Benue security. The complicated nature of the Benue security. GoGreen, if you wouldn't mind, do what is called SRA. SRA. SRA is an acronym for Security Risk Assessment. Security Risk Assessment. This assessment helps you to identify risks that are inherent in anything you want to do. If you don't identify the risks that are inherent in your business, or where you want to live, or where you want to build your church, or where you want to start your mosque, you'll not be able to know how your business will be, and you may just be going to trouble.
Notably, the Miati Allah Breeders Association follows suit, arguing that it is time to do away with their traditional ways of herding in view of the insecurity in the state and other factors.
Our position, Magban, we are fully in support of this project from the beginning, and we are going to be in this project to the end. All what it can take to ensure that the project achieves its goal, we will do it. Day and night, we will do that. Now that the project has been expanded to other communities within Guma and Makude, we also mobilize key stakeholders along the local areas who will participate in the training, and also a local community committee within the local areas between the Ardos and the traditional ruler also will be established, so that the pastoralists will be able to have knowledge and educative knowledge to know that this agro-pastoralism, as it say, it will be a better way for them to live peacefully and coexisted for a long time with farmers, because now we know that quite okay, the open grazing is not sustainable, not only in Benue State, in Nigeria entirely. For all ramifications, we come to understand that there is need for us to adapt, to change, because of growing population, challenges of insecurities, and climatic condition that is fostering our rural environment. So we need knowledge on smart agriculture. Smart agriculture in the sense that you have your livestock at the backyard of your compound, you also have crop farming at the backyard of your compound, so that you know the importance of having the crops. Through the residue of those crops, you can feed your cattle. Through the manure or the cattle dung that your cattle, the feces of your cattle, you can transform it and serve it as a manure to your crops.
We farmers will appreciate the GoGreen for the program that they have brought to Benue State. We have been finding difficult to associate with herders in the farm because our activities are different. When the GoGreen came from the pilot scheme we discovered a lot of things that we should live together. We started initiating peace initiative within ourselves so that the cattle rearers and farmers can cohabitate. So we appreciate the program. Right from the pilot scheme, we were together training farmers, telling them what to do to accept herders, and the herders too, they should live together as one family. Now that they have expanded the program, the project that they have brought has a devastating effect in Benue for so long. We farmers will suffer a lot, particularly in our Guma and Makudi that they are talking about. For the past 8 years, no farmer farmed in that area. But last year, we were able, through the peace initiative that they brought, we were able to farm in those localities.
The federal government has created the Ministry of Livestock Development, but they have left out one important aspect that would have followed the creation of that ministry. And that aspect is making the open grazing prohibition law a national legislation. It is important that that law be made a national legislation, because the states that are operating the open grazing prohibition law in Nigeria at the moment are operating in isolation. Why do I say so? States do not have the law enforcement agents to enforce that law. It is the federal government that has the law enforcement agents. And if there is no complete buy-in of the federal government in curtailing this crisis and putting an end to open grazing, we cannot have peace. The second aspect I would want our herders to look into is to tinker with breed improvement. Breed improvement is very important. The predominant breeds of cattle that we have around our environment here are the white Fulanese. The only advantage that that breed of cattle has is that it can trek distances. I'm talking as a professional, I'm a veterinarian. The only advantage the white Fulani has is that it treks distances. But we keep cattle for two principal reasons. One is for dairy. Secondly, is for beef. For dairy and for beef. Dairy, milk production. Beef for meat. Let's look at the two. An average white Fulani, the way it is reared here, can give you average of 6 liters of milk in a day. There are improved breeds of dairy cattle that can give you as much as 50 liters of milk in a day. So if you are keeping cattle for the purpose of dairy, why choose a white Fulani that can give you just 6 liters of milk when you have a breed that can give you 50 liters? Number two is beef. You will agree with me that for you to have a good live weight of a white Fulanese, it takes you an average of 3 to 4 years to have a very good size of it. But we have breeds of beef cattle that can be raised for 18 months, that can give you a reasonable weight of 450 kg and above.
We are for collaboration. We are not for antagonism. So please, come to us. Whatever we have to do together, we collaborate with you, and we do it for the progress and development of our state. That is the major aim of our governor establishing these agencies. If they weren't there before, of course, maybe other governors or other state agents were ignored, but now these issues are in the front burner. You cannot just put them behind.
Just like GoGreen have initiated and are implementing, and it is working and it has worked. From the testimony of the Mieti Allah, represented here by Ibrahim and his group, and the government side that have spoken from the Commissioner of Agriculture, the humanitarian, and several other peace commission, the BICD, and the rest. They have said a lot. So me, I believe we in agreement with what everybody has said. Please let us adopt ranching.
Following the activities online, we're happy with what you're doing, and I want to say a very big congratulations. At EDF, we're a small organization. We don't know much, but at least we know community mobilization and we know peace building. We have skills in those areas, and if you need us to support in any way, we're willing to do that. Always remember that it's not money first, it's support first. Partnership is not money.
The meeting, which had in attendance representatives from various sectors, including civil society organizations and Benue non-governmental organizations network Bengonet, was supported by the UK government through the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office and implemented in partnership with Tetra Tech International Developments. Dofan Aga, AIT News, Makudi.